So I realized that so many of you don't know what I do outside of being the founder of Honor. And so I'm gonna tell you everything that I do that's actually not even Honor related. So yes, I'm the founder of Honor. I own majority of the business. And that is like one thing that I do. It is the main thing that I do, but it is one thing that I do. I have another business called the Evolve You app, which I have been running for about 7 years now with my incredible co-founder, who is the CEO as well. And that app, we have roughly, give or take, nearly 100,000 subscribers on it. Women moving in it every single day. I also have my own fitness training programs on there, as I am a PT qualified gal. So I have my programs on there, but we have some of the best trainers on that app. So make sure you check that out. So that's one of my other businesses. My third business that you might not have ever heard of is I actually own an agency. I own an agency that actually represents some of the biggest fitness talent on the market right now. So we represent Kelly Matthews, we represent obviously me. So all of the deals that you see coming through, I recently did a deal with Chipotle. Kelly does loads of deals. We have all of these other creators on there as well. We represent them. I haven't spoken about my agency too much because I'm not ready to fully announce her, but when I do, and the thing is about my agency is because I am the talent as well as the founder, the way I see contracts and the way I read contracts and what we look for is very, very, very different. We put the talent first. So that is the third business. So I have 3 businesses that are just running. But then I also, the other thing I do that you may not know is I'm actually an advisor and a creative director. So what does that mean? So those are 2 different roles. I either sit on boards or advise companies on what to do. So what to do with their communities, what to do with the female wellness market, what not to do, how to even build communities, because so many brands do not know how to do that and they do it so wrong. So that's one sector, but then the creative director sector, I worked with ProMix for a year, for example, and my role was to come in, clean the brand image, get it ready to be repackaged to go to market and be sold. So that would mean all of the campaigns, all of the talent, all of the typography, the look, the feel, etc. But I obviously need a team around me to do that. So those are some of the things that I do behind the scenes that you may not know. And finally, creator. I am a creator. Not only a founder, an advisor, a creative director, but I am a creator. That is how I started this whole Chrissy universe situation. Now, the reason I'm sharing this with you is because it is so important, number one, to diversify your portfolio. I'm 31 years old. So for me, my number one goal is truly to learn, to advise, to grow, to learn, to advise, to grow. Yes, of course I love Honor. Yes, of course I love my businesses. But if I can sit in other people's brands and advise them, see where they're going wrong, see where we can make it better, that is my education. That's when I fully come into like Chrissy mode. Because it's really funny. Yes, I am the face of brands, such as my own brands. But honestly, my superpower is telling you what not to do and what to do, because I do that anyway every single day with my business. And most of the time my team hates me, but I don't frankly care, because those decisions are what's going to get us from like an extra 10 million, an extra 20 million, an extra 30 million in revenue. So rule of thumb, diversify your portfolio. Don't just make yourself a creator, think big. See where your superpowers lie and really leverage them into other deals. And also, if you're going to work with a business and you know that you have so much leverage, ask for a seat at the table. But you can only ask for a seat at the table if you've proven yourself that you can do it. That's another business lesson.